All right, what is going on, everybody? So today is March 26th, 2021. No, it's not. That's the release date of Out of the Park. That is not the date today. Today's date is Friday, March 5th. The release date of Out of the Park Baseball is March 26th. As I was coming out, I knew something didn't sound right about what I was saying. But what did come out today is the Out of the Park trailer. It's a 1 minute and 31-second trailer you can see here on the Out of the Park YouTube. I'm sure it's on their website. You might have gotten an email if you subscribed to their newsletter. So I figured that I would update the last post that I have with what we know about Out of the Park 22 and go through the things that they covered in this video. But more importantly, since you can find that anywhere, just not more importantly, but in addition to that, tell you kind of what I think about it and how I think it's going to impact Out of the Park 22 and will it be a better game, etc. So instead of playing their video, obviously on my video, I'm not going to do that, but this is the email that I got. And to start, there are a couple screenshots here. Let's bring these up. Nothing looks different to me here. Everything looks the same in terms of like the player profiles. I mean, the layout's a little different here. This looks like the way they have the tabs, almost like files. That looks a bit different, but I looked over this before and I'm just double checking it now. I don't know if you guys see something different, let me know. I don't see anything different on that. That's a pitcher page, hitter page. I think it's the same story. Yeah, I kind of like how this looks. Obviously, it's a little grainy in this shot. And well, Lindor on the Mets is different. But yeah, these layout tabs at the top are a little different. Everything else looks the same. Stars, come on, let's go 2080, everybody. And then this is a team page. Nothing looks different to me here either in terms of this layout. Yeah, that looks the same. So here's the email. They say the stunning new 3D ballpark mode for every major league club, and it is. So this is implemented from the ground up. It's the largest development project Out of the Park Baseball has ever undergone. Wow. It is a major upgrade to the way the parks look, and I showed this in my last video. Whether it's a major upgrade to the game, that's for you to decide. But they do look, I mean, the parks look way better. Here's the old. I mean, it looks like Lego people out here. This is not how the bullpen area looks at Camden Yards. This is not how the skyline looks at Camden Yards. And then we go to where it is now. Come on now. And see, it's much better. I mean, this is actually how the bullpen area looks. The skyline's so much clearer. Everything's clearer. I mean, you know, I think this is probably, I'm sure, something they're going to improve upon over time, how the actual gameplay looks. Because even though that might not have been their original audience as they've gotten a wider audience, there are people who like this gameplay feature, and if they want to have more crossover appeal to people who play MLB The Show, while you know you're not going to be controlling the batter, watching the games is something that is going to give them broader appeal. And so I understand why they did this. Doesn't make a difference to me, or you know, I guess if somebody asked me would I care about this upgrade, I would say no. Like I don't feel like it was necessary, but looking at it, it looks awesome. And you know, not the main reason I play the game, because I generally simulate most games and just run as GM. But I totally understand why they would do this. I think it's pretty cool looking. Obviously, a clear upgrade. And again, it's going to help them have more mass appeal. So pretty cool there. And they were saying that this was the big update they were teasing. I actually think the next update is bigger deal for me. So they say they've dramatically upgraded the coaching system. So you can have a first base coach and third base coach. We'll see how that's implemented. This is big. Specialists teach players and prospects specific skills. So that to me tells me that maybe I can have a guy work on my pitcher's movement, which really is like spin rate, right, in a way. And that's definitely something that major league teams work on. Or maybe I can have guys work on power, right? Which in a way is the same thing as working on launch angle, which is what real baseball teams work on with their hitters. This is a big one to me. Hire coaches away from other teams, because sometimes you'll need a new pitching coach. Like your pitching coach will retire, and there's just nobody great out there. But then if you go look at other teams, they'll have fantastic coaches, like in AAA. And I've wanted this I thought that this would be a cool upgrade and something that should be in the game, because obviously if a major league team wanted to hire a AAA pitching coach, like that's going to happen. A team really isn't going to prevent you from hiring a AAA pitching coach up to major league, because teams just don't generally stand in the way of doing that, unless of course you're the Orioles and the Blue Jays want to hire your general manager Dan Duquette as team president. Then you stand in the way, right, Peter Angelos? So I think that's pretty cool. And then you can align your coaching staff to maximize their talents and apply to your players. I guess that'll be like a more specialized thing of like, oh, this guy works well with power pitchers kind of thing. I guess maybe that'll have more nuance and detail. Who knows? We'll have to see. And then, so I think that's awesome. The coaching system has needed an upgrade. I hope that there's a better way to tell who's a good coach, who's a bad coach, because the reputation, development, influence, and relationships are the only things we have now. And if you look behind the system, behind the curtain, I guess, in commissioner mode, oftentimes those things aren't telling you accurate things about the coach. So hopefully that's upgraded, because that was really a weak link, I thought, in the coaching system. But either way, they're doing a great job here with what they've added, and I have confidence that it'll work well. Maybe it'll take a patch or two based off of the huge scouting upgrades last year that I thought worked really well. Sometimes you worry when there's a big overhaul that maybe it won't be implemented right, but obviously I think Out of the Park has a good enough track record that I'm sure this will be great, even if it needs a couple patches to smooth some things out. And let's see, new player and team strategy options are added. If you watch the trailer, they give you brief screenshots where you can see some strategies. I couldn't really tell what things were added, so we'll see. I'm assuming that they're talking about, do I have my Out of the Park open? Yeah, I'm assuming that they're talking about this page will be more in depth here. And it did look much different, the layout of it, when they showed it in the trailer. So go ahead and watch that trailer if you're curious. And then league trade settings. So more choice in league trade settings. That'll be interesting. I wonder what that means. And improved AI trading that leads to more realistic offers than ever. Well, that's good, because my next realistic trade offer I get from the AI will be my first. That is definitely one part of the game that kind of lags behind how great the rest of the game is. And let's see, new 3D ballpark construction 2.0. That's cool. So I don't really generally play around with that, but obviously a cool feature to have more options there. 2021 rules, rosters, events. So obviously the minor leagues are overhauled, the new affiliates, the new leagues, the new rules. Let's see. Oh, new independent KBO licenses in here. That's cool. Perfect team, I don't play, but apparently there's something called a perfect draft, which they'll reveal on March 16th. So if you're a big perfect team person, that seems like a big overhaul. So yeah, anyways, to me, the biggest thing seems to be the coaching system. We'll see. All the other stuff seems cool though too. The ballpark, the player and team strategies, new trade settings, new ballpark construction, everything seems cool. And I expected them to have the minor leagues right. So that's cool that they're going to have that. I wonder if you'll have a bigger international or minor league complex where you'll be able to stash drafted players, or where they're going to go, or if you're just going to have those 4 teams. So anyways, that's it. That's what's released so far. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you're excited about, not excited about. But yeah, I think this will be a version worth buying, worth upgrading for people who decide some years whether or not to do it. I generally, I'm going to buy it either way, but I think this will be one worth buying for sure. All right. See you guys later.